wines and spirits review. Back in the kitchen, eggs on there. So we're reviewing tonight Hatherwood's Winter Special. Obviously, Hatherwood. It's from Lidl. It's not made by Lidl. It's probably made by Marston's, if anyone. And Winter Special is a heartwarming ale, and I can't read the rest. It's something to do with Christmas lights, and there's a peppery bitterness. So anyway, it's 5%, and we'll just review it as is. So I'll just pour it out. Oh, I've got the itches from hell. Prickly heat, swine this for me. You suffer with hay fever all summer long, and then you get prickly heat in the winter. So it looks like a ruby pour, quite not as dark as the Adnams that I reviewed earlier, but ruby, dark amber. You know, it's up to you what you want to call it. That nice white head on there. Oh, and I've got to be honest, it's not a million miles away from the aroma, that Christmassy cake aroma. Cheers all. Malty Christmas cake. Like I say, Adnams is 6.3%. I reviewed that earlier, and this is 5%. But like I say, I'm not saying it's not far off. And Patrick McGinty, the head brewer, that gives the game away massively. Why does that give the game away? Because he's Marston's head brewer. It's from Marston's. Amazing, isn't it? You don't have to be, you just see a name and you think, I know that name. It's a shame because Bar Humbug is another from the Marston's stable, should we say, and not been seen this year again in bottle form. 2 years on the run now, and I don't know what's going off at Witchwood/Marston's with their brands, because there's been a wholesale cull of decent branded beer, and this is traditional beer. It's not like your craft stuff that disappears and comes and goes at will. This is beers that, these are top beers. Black Witch is another one. Bar Humbug. Goliath. There's a ton of beers. Yes, they brought out some new ones, but to lose all those decent beers, sacrilege, absolute sacrilege. There's a nice spiciness to this. Spicy. I do get them fruitcake aromas and taste though. I mean, for Lidl, it's their only Christmas beer in this year. They did have Hogsback Breweries Advent the last few years. Not this year, not at the moment anyway. It does seem to be very, what's the word? It's so hit and miss. Wherever you live in the country, for beers, some parts of the country get beers from supermarkets, some don't, and it does seem to be this year more pronounced than ever. So annoying as well, especially when you're after a certain beer. Oh, that's a special one. I do like that. And yeah, it's made by Marston's, but you know, when it comes to traditional stuff, they're obviously pretty good at doing traditional beers. Um, the Marston's family, I'm talking about, on the whole, at least. Hence why they've got such a big crop of their beers in supermarkets through the Jennings, Ringwood, um, McEwen's, Richwood, Marston's, and there's probably other brands as well that I'm forgetting at the moment. Eagle Brewery is a Marston's brand, and it's amazing, isn't it, how so little um, breweries own so many brands. You only have to look at the likes of Green King, Green King, Moorland, obviously Old Speckled Hen, and obviously the only Hardy and Hanson's brand, although Hardy and Hanson's has closed down. It was a big brewery as well. It does make you wonder how they close brands, buy breweries, close breweries, and ship the brands out. And you know, surely there's a loss of volume of beer sold because all these breweries, same as Mick Rivers, O'Mayall's at Daybrook. You don't see an O'Mayall's beer now; they've disappeared. Even the O'Mayall's microbrewery that came about a year or so ago, that's disappeared. Yeah, it's as dead as a dodo. And I mean, brewers, other beer makers will take their places. It's interesting. It's Hardy Hanson's that, and same with Mansfield. Mansfield Bitter used to be massive back in the day. Mansfield Brewery was massive, and they sold out to Marston's. And sad, sad state of affairs. Let's hope that none of our locals gets bought by these mega breweries that are really only in it to strip the brand and then get rid of the staff. That's what their game is. We know that. Right, so as beers go, see the nose has changed now. I get a booziness on the nose. I get the cake aromas in the background, but it's not as pronounced as what the Adnams was. I do get a spiciness to the taste. Oh, and my local Lidl's didn't have the Belgian beers box set either. It just seemed to be elusive. I'm sure it's a Nottingham thing at times, but that lovely spiciness reminded me a lot of the Wraggys Golden Ale. The first time I cracked open a bottle, there was a real massive spiciness to it. So, winter special ale. I think it's slightly different this year than it has been in past. Um, yeah, slightly different beast to its incarnation in previous years. Still a nice tasting beer. Well worth going down to Lidl to get yourself a bottle or more. Huh? Not the biggest aroma on it. There's a definite difference between that and the likes of Adnams. Um, I did like the spiciness though. To be fair, it did that was nice. Out of 5 for me, a good 4.2. And would I drink it again? Yeah, I'll probably give it another try next year. Not again this year. No, once is enough this year. That's it for this beer review. Thank you for watching, and cheers all.